Hey FLOSSTUBE, it's Lee from Creative Lee here, Sunday 26th of April 2020 with FLOSSTUBE number 23. So yeah, another week in isolation. They have blurred, I don't know what day it is. I don't know what number day it is. And as I mentioned last week, we were finding out on Monday whether we were going to extend lockdown further, which the government decided to lock down level 4 for a further sort of half week through to midnight, 11:59 p.m. on Monday. That's after a long weekend. We have Anzac weekend this weekend. Yesterday was Anzac Day, and we have Monday in New Zealand. We have Monday off. It's a transferable holiday, so if it falls on a weekend. So yeah, long weekend, and then after the long weekend pretty much we go to level 3, which is, as they say, level 4 with KFC, so not a lot of different for me. In theory we can join small bubble to small bubble, but I don't know, I'm auditioning. I don't want to commit to another bubble and then I get stuck with that bubble. I'm terrible. It's worse than a long time. It's worse than a long time relationship, having to decide whether you're going to join your bubble or not. But anyway, I'm still going to be working from home, even at level 2, because I have a long commute by public transport, and asthma. I get to work from home at level 2 as well. So I'm going to be working from home forever, I think. We'll see what happens. Can't complain though, I've got a job and everyone's safe and things are going pretty good really, just really quiet. My phone's blowing up at the moment with all the advertising coming through an email, because non-essential online retail can open up and takeaways, so no storefronts, but everyone's like, we're open for pre-orders, so the good news is that we'll be able to order DMC floss and needles and basic stuff like that, because the couriers and shipping are allowed to now put through, they don't have to prioritise just essential deliveries, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully stuff starts to settle down and we can get flour and yeast and shit again. So I'm on the last of my yeast and I just opened up. I'm out of wholemeal flour, I'm almost out of self-raising, I'm out of plain standard flour, and I do have high grade. So I've just got some sourdough on today, doing my stretch. So I'll make sourdough loaf I'll prove it overnight and then I'll cook it tomorrow. So I'll make a cheesy sourdough loaf for a bit of a treat. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I had an exciting outing this week. I got my flu jab. So because of my asthma, I get priority of a flu jab, and I booked in at a pharmacy and drove down there at midday on Friday, and we all lined up in our cars and they came along, basically jabbed us, one at a time. And I made a little outing of it. I took a little sandwich and a bottle of water and some grapes, and it was like, oh, I'm outside. It's so exciting. It was like the first time I'd been just not either at the supermarket or at home or wandering around the streets in my neighbourhood for a month, so 5 weeks. That was gotta find pleasure in the small things, right? Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. Not a lot, just work and stitching. So I've done 3 more of the free stay-at-home designs, and I will show you those now. So yeah, for those who haven't watched the last couple of weeks, I'm probably going to make some kind of patchwork quilt. No, I'm not. Some kind of cloth sort of patchwork book of all these different designs that I'm stitching, using up stash, basically all of the scraps of 14 count Aida that I have from various sources that I don't stitch on 14 count Aida. So I'm just using it up. So the first one that I did, and I'll put the last couple of weeks, I'm not going to link in the doobly-doo, but I'm going to put the names or the sources on screen so you can look up if you want to know where to get them from. So first up is from at Michelle Bendy. So it's her answer, which I'm wearing mine today, that I got from when I was in Morocco. And it's almost as charted with the DMC. I think she used the 3 new market release colours, which were, gosh, were they weeks? Gentle Arts, I don't remember. But this beigey colour, I went 2 shades lighter, 2 shades darker, like it's number, I think it was charted for number 5 and it's number 7 or something like that, just because the pale was just too light on the white. So yeah, I like that. That one it was really quick. I think I stitched this, I started it after breakfast and before I started work one morning, and then at lunchtime, and then I just finished it quickly during the team quiz in the afternoon. So a couple of hours to stitch this one. Yeah, it's pretty quick. By stark contrast, the next one that I stitched was not quick. I started it Monday evening and I finished it Saturday morning, and pretty much I stitched on it all week. Who was this by? It's the Satsuma Street one, which is very bright and very fun, but it has actually quite a lot of stitching in it. So yeah, got that done. Cute little cat. I love the house, how the home is built and is sort of formed into the structure of the house. I think it's quite cool. So yeah, that's quite a bit of stitching in this one. So I pretty much was mostly monogamous all week on this, but it's fun and it's bright and it's cute and I like it on the blue. And then yesterday I thought, well, I can't just have 2, I need to whip up another one, and this is another quick stitch, another couple of hours stitching this one, and it is from Drawn Thread, pretty much as charted DMC, except I probably should have, with my satin stitches, I kept this 2 strands. In hindsight, I probably should have gone up to 3 strands, but it's fine. I'm not going to redo them. I must say, if you stitch this and you can stitch it on linen or even weave over 2, I recommend it, because doing all of that satin stitch on splitting the bloomin' Ada is not fun and hard to count, and I recommend even weave, but I wasn't, whatever. I'm done. So those are the 3. As you may recall from last week, I got some fabric delivery from Country Stitch, which was very exciting, which meant I could start, even though I'm still waiting for the black coffee and the other one that I can never remember the name of, the other non-DMC black, was to start Halloween Quaker. So stitching that on 40 count Halloween Smoke by the Country Stitch. Started it on the 19th of April, and I pretty much did most of the stitching. I did all of the black on the Sunday night, and then I did the other colours that I'll show you in a sec. I did all the yellow and orange during the week, and I stitched the purple and blue, which are my Nina's Threads colours. I stitched them, I don't know what I'm trying to say, last night, after I'd finished that Drawn Thread. So I got a little start, and I'm stuck now. I'm at the point where everything around this now, up here and around here, all needs one of the other blacks that I don't have yet, so that I'm waiting to be delivered. So stitched everything else. So this blue here, so the orange is Nina's Thread Phoenix, the goldy yellow is Nina's Threads Calendula, the more middle shade of yellow, like in the moon. I'm just using DMC, whatever that is, can't read that backwards, 4075, slightly, yeah, for the other windows in that moon. The green I'm just using 165, there's only a bit of green I think in the door, yeah, just in that door, it's the only green, there's not a lot of that green. And then the blue that's in the roof and here, I'm using Nina's Threads Indigo. And for the more violety colour, like in the doors and that little Quaker up there, is Wineyard by Nina's Threads. So yeah, pretty happy with that. And then I've got Classic Colourworks, the bamboo is the white. So all I'm waiting for is, yeah, the two browns really, but I've done everything I can without having to count too far that I'll cock it up, so very happy with that. So that's a nice little start. There you go, Tara. I'm stitching, this is Sal, stitch along with Tara, the 805 stitcher, because we did a chart. Basically I swapped a different chart with this one for her. I think it was HL's Moth? I can't remember now. And we're stitching this together, and she started hers a few weeks before me, and she's stitching Call For on the Murky, but yeah, I'm really happy with that. So a little start, now I just have to wait for the other threads, but I feel good that I started it, so. And I do want to really get on with it because it's quite fun. And then I thought I should pick something else up this morning to have something else to show, because otherwise I feel like this video is going to be like 5 minutes and then, you know, that's it. So I picked up my Cricket Collection Cottage Welcome that I'm kind of butchering. Stitching it, I can't remember what the colour, it's just 32 count Belfast, can't remember what the colour is. It was from another abandoned project. That's the only thing I had in my stash that was big enough and that could kind of work. Started back in March, so I had something started in March since I was waiting for so many things. And I pretty much this morning, I finished the C. And I've made that wrong. Anyway, I have to fix that. That flower's totally wrong. And then I finished the C, and I did this bouquet, and I completely stuffed it up. I miscounted this top flower, which I need to stitch. That thing's wrong. Needs to come down a stitch. That isn't supposed to be there, and this and these two are supposed to be up a little higher, but I miscounted. So I just thought I'd just shove another one of these half flowers in the top just to make it work, because, you know, whatever. And I need to take that last little corner out, which will take like 1 minute to fix. But yeah, so it's sort of as called for DMC. This is whitewash, and everything else is DMC except for where I've made changes, which include the house. The house is in a Victorian grey from Victorian Motto, not as called for. And then there are some flowers over here that I will be changing because I don't like them. Probably going to make the door brown. I don't like it. I just think it looks like, should look like a hobbit door. And these flowers look like weird life preservers, so I'm going to change them to make them look more like proper sunflowers, I think. So brownish middles with orangey outside petals. Because there is a little bit of orange in this, but it's not predominant. So I'd like to pull that out a little bit, yeah. Otherwise, yeah, it's just a bit of a fun stitch. Not like changing my world or anything. And I will probably make it into a cushion and sit in my spare room. Depending on how I've got that, you know, I kind of change the look of that room when it suits. So if I make it more springy colours, I guess, then I'll pop that in there. Yeah, that's pretty much all of my stitching. So yeah, that Satsuma Street took a lot of stitching. I don't know what I'm going to do this week. Oh, when's May? So 1st of May is Friday. So Friday I'm going to start my In Friendship by Plum Street, which is, I've got that all kitted up, I've got the fabric, it's all ready to go. So that is my May start. That's going to be for a friend, my best friend, who doesn't watch this, so it's kind of cool. I've got a couple of, so I'll mainly stitch that, and then I'll kit up a couple more of the freebies. Do that this afternoon between stretches. I've got 11 minutes before I have to stretch my dough. And yeah, so that will give me enough to do. Looking forward to that new start, because it is on 36 count, and I do enjoy stitching on 36 count more than I enjoy stitching on 40 count. 36 for me is because the one strand makes it easy, you know, your thread goes further, but also I feel like it's a really comfortable size stitch that I get into real rhythm, and I don't have to sort of look as hard. With the 14 is just, it's amazing how much that chews through the thread. I'm really quick on it, but it just, on Ada, is just always, it's not as nice to stitch on Ada. If you're used to stitching on other things, Ada is stiffer, and it is just not as, I don't know, it's not as pleasant for me to stitch on. And 40 I just have to look too hard, especially when you're using dyed 40, when that's potentially shrunk a little bit. And I've done something. So this whole, I've done something, well, not bad, but I've signed up for 2 clubs. The first one that I signed up for, I decided to sign up for the Victorian Sampler Shop monthly, a couple of the monthly clubs. Now, Nancy has a couple of different options, several different options. So what I've going for is I'm basically going to sign up for 36 count, because that is kind of my go-to. And I'm doing a monthly fat quarter, because most of the things I want to stitch don't fit on a fat eighth. So monthly fat quarter, and I'm also doing 6 of the floss, and I think I picked the prim. And I'm getting it shipped every 2 months. That way I only have to pay 1 shipping fee for 4 bits of fabric and 12 threads. So I'm starting in April, so I don't know what the April is. I haven't gone looking. So that'll come out again in May. So probably mid-May-ish I should get my April and May fabric and floss. That's quite exciting. And yeah, I've got a number of, anyway, I just want to have fabric. I just need to have some fabrics. I want to just build a little stash of nice fabrics, and things that you can't get through 1, 2, 3 stitch, which, you know. And the other thing that is with Country Stitch, since, you know, local dyer, I've signed up for her Rainbow Club. She also has a number of monthly options, and again gone with a fat quarter of 36 count. So I've signed up with April, and I didn't realise that I'd made the cut, so I had expected it to start in May, I should say. And then I got a delivery just the other day. So I got my first delivery, and the thing is, it ends up being about 10% cheaper. By signing up for the Rainbow Club, it's about 10% cheaper than if I ordered the fabric directly off of her site. Also, she offers a 10% discount for other purchases. That's pretty cool. So I got, this was the April, so it's Edinburgh 36 count in Tussock. So it's a fat quarter, and it's lovely. It's a lovely, lovely warm neutral, and I can think of lots of things that could go on that. So no specific plans at this stage. However, I'm really happy to start building up a little bit of stash. So I don't know that I'll belong to clubs forever, but it's just nice to have a couple of things start trickling in, so I don't get caught without fabric again, because that was kind of like scary. Yeah, so she says to store the fabrics in her bags. I'm just going to keep it open so it doesn't sweat, and just have it sitting somewhere. So yeah, that's pretty exciting for me. That's it. That's all I've got. I mean, I don't really have anything to show. I have to go back through my video and see what I haven't shown. There might be a couple of pieces that I haven't shown, but most things are with. I need to get photos of things that I finished and give them to other people. But I don't know how I'm going to do that or when I'm going to do that. You know, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I know it's a really quick video. Sorry, Katie or Tracy, who Tracy says, your videos aren't long enough. I'm like, I got nothing to talk about. There's nothing going on. We've been locked down. Yeah, I might do a little bit of sewing. I've got a little patchwork table mat thing to make for the guy at work. My boss, kind of not my boss, my boss's, no, my a boss, he gave me a bit of fabric, so he says, can you make a tablecloth out of this for the table at work? And it's like, well, I could, except this fabric's weird, so I'm going to make a little, probably just a log cabin pattern, just, you know, strip. I've looked up an easy kind of faux bias binding technique that I'm going to give a go, that I can make from straight strips rather than on the bias. We'll see. You'll see it next week if I get it done. It's just going to be a little bit like a glorified quilted mat, I guess, like maybe half a metre, just a shy of half a metre square. We'll see, but using up scraps that I already had and this piece of fabric that he gave me, which is this really weird shade of blue that reminds me of my school uniform. It's a particular shade of blue that I really, really hate, because I wore the school uniform for 5 years, and it's a particular royal blue that's not my favourite. But never mind, I'll put some other bold colours with it to kind of represent our branding. With all our values have different coloured branding and stuff, so put little strips of bright pink, bright orange and some green to go with the blue. Anyway, that's it. Ramble. Enjoying watching what people are stitching, starting to plan. Oh yeah, I did buy something, but I'll wait till it arrives. I bought something, a track down. I've bought my first reproduction chart, which is a whole thing that I have issues with reproductions, and it's really just me, and I'll talk about it when it arrives. But yeah, I just fell in love with it, and it was hard to find, but I managed to track down a chart and I bought it, and one day it might arrive, so surprise, it's June. Anyway, everybody keep well, keep safe, stay home, don't pop your bubble, and as always, don't let your needles rust. Ciao.